So with that said, I'm going to turn things over to Gwen to talk a little bit about resiliency.
Hi, everyone. We didn't want to pass up an opportunity to give you an update on our resiliency projects as, let's see, make sure I can do, how am I doing this? This one, yeah. I've got it. This is just an overview of the resiliency projects, the phases that we're doing. There is a north resiliency project, a ball field resiliency project, a south BPC resiliency project, and a western perimeter project. I want to give you a little bit of an update on where we are with the projects as of tonight. Move it. Can I move it? Okay, got it. The South Battery Park City Resiliency Project is the first one that we issued an RFP for, and we are now underway. We have our design and engineering team under contract. That's AECOM, and we have just started the process. We had an all-agency kickoff meeting last week, which went very well. But I wanted to introduce you to a couple of people who are going to be key people for this project. The first one is our BPCA project manager, Joe Ganchi, who a lot of you already know. He will be managing the project for BPCA. And then for AECOM, Heather Morgan is our project manager. And actually, it would just like for Heather to just say a quick hello, because you're going to be seeing a lot of her, and I want you to make sure that you know her face and that she gets a chance to see all of you.
Thank you. All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Gwen, very much. Thanks for having me here. Yes, my name is Heather Morgan. I'm going to be the project manager for the South Battery Park City Resiliency Project. Real quick on my background, I'm a landscape architect, archaeologist. I worked for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers for 7 years. I worked in the New York District for 3, and then I worked at headquarters for almost 5. So as much as I'm not an engineer, I've spent a lot of time looking at communities across the nation that are dealing not only with climate change, but flooding. Also into that, just so you're aware, I used to do emergency operations for the Corps. So I was in the Emergency Operations Center for Sandy, Hurricane Sandy, Irene, and Lee. So I've seen how this region responds. I've seen firsthand what happens. I've also seen what are the federal procedures and all that everyone had to deal with, especially with the inundation factors from Hurricane Sandy. Generally, personally, I don't live too far from here. I'm in the West Village. My dog and I both enjoy Battery Park City habitually during the week. So I'm not too far. And just to compliment what Gwen had said, we just started. I know that my company, our team, we're extremely privileged and humbled and honored to have been hired for this project. To take what I know from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and use it to help communities like yours is the reason I get up and come to work in the morning. So it's unbelievably flattering to be able to help communities that I'm a part of and live adjacent to, especially a community like yours. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
We're very excited to have Heather and her whole team, because she does have a whole team that is working on this project. And just to give you a sense of some things that are coming up, we are in the process of planning an initial public meeting for the project, which will be happening in the next few weeks. As soon as we get a date pinned down, everyone will be made aware of it. We will always have project updates on our BPCA website, so you can check in there at any time. If you haven't been able to attend the meeting, we will have updates available there. Moving along, we are also just underway with our ball fields resiliency project, and we likewise are under contract with our design and engineering team, which is STV. We have a couple of people for you to get to know on that project. First, our BPCA project manager is Debbie Addison. And so we got a couple of new faces for you. The second is the STV project manager, Karen Robeson from STV. Karen, why don't you come up and say a quick hi so that people get to know you just a little bit.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. Just sort of echo what Heather already said. We're very excited to get started on this project. STV is very well versed with resiliency. We've done probably about 70 projects since Superstorm Sandy. Our team is all New York City centric and based, live and work in this area. So we're really excited to kind of wrap our arms around this project and work with you to really make it a successful project. We have a landscape architect. I'm a civil engineer by background, so a lot of the engineering will be done with STV. Our landscape architect and geotech and all that stuff, all our firms are right here in New York, so we're really excited to get started on this project.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
We will likewise be scheduling an initial public meeting for the ball field project. We're looking to try to do that in early November. So again, we will be keeping you posted in short order as to when that meeting will be scheduled. And also, we will be keeping updates for this project on the BPCA website as well. We have, we have a few other upcoming resiliency milestones. We are completing our capital plan and obtaining city approvals for our capital plan, which includes our resiliency projects, which we hope to have wrapped up sometime later this month. We will also be issuing an RFP for the design and engineering for the North Battery Park City resiliency project, likely sometime in November. We'll be then selecting, we'll be issuing it in November. We won't be selecting it in November. We will follow our usual selection procurement process in order to get to a point of selection probably early in 2019. And then we'll be issuing the RFP for the Western Boundary Resiliency Project in the early part of 2019, probably around March. So we've got a lot of exciting things coming up, and we hope that you'll tune in and come to the meetings and get involved so that we can hear what you think about things.